You see what's the vibes, man? It's your man, Sharp V. We'll get back with another video, man. This is the second part. We responded to the second part of Dr. Bryant. I forgot her first name. I can't really pronounce her first name. I know it started with a C. Dr. Bryant, the lady, she be, saying the goods and the truth about relationships. She be speaking the real too, so check her out, tune in. She on Paul Pierce show. Paul Pierce is pretty little light skin, she cute. But we don't respond to what she's saying about. It is speaking about overall dating period, but the title is they had being cooked in the title, but I was thinking like most people when I saw it being cooked, I thought it would be like over, like the game over it, but in reality what he meant was being cooked was trying to be a good thing, a positive thing, of being ready, seasoned, and ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? Ready for you. So we're gonna check it out, see what's going on.
I don't want that situation. So I would rather wait for God to deliver what's mine on His time when I am cooked and not still raw meat and not ready. And if that means I gotta wait till 43 or 44 or call off another wedding, I am okay with that. My obedience is to God, not people. Come on, I don't live in dogma. And so if I run around here like Sarah, I will mess up and end up with a man who already got the man pregnant, which means I don't get an opportunity to have my own family, my own husband. I would have to share him. Why? Because it would be at the expense of my disobedience. It happened really quick with Moses. He freed the Israelites from Egypt. God said, I'll take you to the promised land. But guess what? God kept his promise because he took him to the promised land. When Moses got to the promised land, God said, okay, talk to the rock. And I'll have water come out. Talk to the rock. When Moses had a temper tantrum, kind of like Sarah, got upset, took his rod and hit the rock twice. God still kept his promise because although he told him to talk, not hit, water came out that rock. He took Moses to the promised land. But guess what? Moses and everyone who followed him didn't get in. You know why? Because he was disobedient. So God will always keep his promise, and he'll bring you right there. And the moment that you choose not to be obedient after you done went across the Red Sea, you done been in the wilderness for 40 years like Moses and the Israelites. You get to finally where you want to be, Dr. Bryant, at 42, 43. And you mean to tell me when God told you to speak to the rock, i.e. take your time, that you're going to hit the rock? Just because some outside chatter told you that you're 42 and you should be married already because you're so successful? Now I'm going to talk to the rock all day long. I'm going to get my water and my promised land. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
The Lord said.
Amen. Amen. And guess what I'm going to do? What God says. I'm going to have the witnesses witness me, do all of it.
Come on.
And so I could be a testimony and continue to be a vessel for his words. To show that we ain't got to be impatient.
Come on.
You have to be obedient. And
Come on.
faith is an action word. If you ask for it, God will do it. And it's not on your time, it's on his. So once you ask for it, let God give you experience that gives you wisdom, that equips you for what you need to be, with who and where you need to be. Because you got too many people that are not only doing time, but their kids are too, and the mothers are too, but they're one them took their time to wait for the right time for the meat, like Paul said, not to be toxic, but to be cooked.
Come on now. Now, let me ask you this. Are you okay with a man who already has children? No. Okay, why not?
Hold on, she already said she want her own family. She probably just asked that question just to start some shit. But hell no, she already said she want her own family, and most people need to think like that. Like try to have your own family. That's why, it's not good for a woman to have kids for somebody to break up and talk about being with somebody else. Hell no. I think you need to be single for the rest of your damn life, or at least to the rest of your children's childhood. Like when they turn 18 or 20, then you 25 type shit, then you can, I feel like you should talk to somebody. But nah, I think you should supposed to be with the person that you have kids with. It just save a lot of headache and a lot of trouble.
Record for you? Why
because
not?
I want my own family.
And you feel like you cannot have that with a man who already has children.
How can
That is a form of polyamory.
Really? Explain that, please.
Okay? Polyamory doesn't have to do with us all living in a household together and we're all doing the do. Polyamory is outside relationships that I'm okay with. So if I'm in a relationship with Paul, I have to be okay with him having a relationship with the mothers of his children.
Yeah.
I would hope he does, you know?
Yeah.
Right? So although he's not sleeping with them, or we would want to think he's not, let's just
Right.
take him as being a good man. He's just co-parenting and doing it the right way. Well, when Christmas or holidays come around, or a birthday party, or a wedding, or graduation, Paul has every right to spend time with his kids. And if the mother is there, I mean, they procreated together. It's not a crime for her to be in the same room as him. That's what co-parenting is, healthy co-parenting is. If I agree to that, I am now, or I should be, attempting to be healthy with these women, right? If I'm going to love him, I love Paul's kids. So now I'm in a polyamory relationship that I'm agreeing to be in, because although you're not sleeping with this woman, we all are a family. Whether you want to think of it that way or not. Because if I love this man, part-time, full-time.
Because like
polyamory can be part-time, full-time. But we polyamory from 2 to 5 p.m. It don't matter what the time frame is. It is what it is. So I am not willing to agree to be in a polyamorous relationship because I am a faithful woman. So I'm not going to have a man outside of him to equal out the playing field. Because technically I might have lost. You get to have 2 other families, and I get to have you. And what if I don't want to share you on Christmas?
Or any day.
What if I don't want to share you on your child's birthday? And I'm not saying that's okay. I'm speaking reality. So people don't want to speak reality. A lot of I've yet to hear a woman who is with the man, even if she has a kid outside. Let's say they both have kids outside of each other, who have not said, if it was just us and our kids, it would be much better.
Absolutely.
And that's even without having baby mama, baby daddy drama.
That common fucking sense. That common sense. But common sense ain't fucking common. That common sense to know that if we got all our kids from each other in the same crib, it won't be no problems. Like, you want to have them on the birthday, I want to have them on the birthday, I want to have them on Christmas, you want to have them on Christmas, the mama want to have them on Christmas. Too much shit involved. Do this shit the right way. Get one girl pregnant. If you want 8 girls, this is what I said. If you a man and you can afford it, and you want 8 girls pregnant, or you want 10, 20 children, just have all your women staying in the same household. And then that way on Christmas, everybody opening presents under the same damn roof with the same tree. Everybody got the same daddy with different moms. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is mommy. But everybody got their own child, so it just makes a whole lot more sense to just have all your kids from one woman if you can. If you can't, you need to start having multiple kids, because it's gonna be a problem after problem after
The
problem.
emotion that comes with it. So if I don't want to share you on Monday, January 3rd, because I'm just in my space where I want you, but Lil Paul has a birthday party, and he needs his father, and I want to support you. So I love y'all. I take you as a package deal. But I don't have any kids. So guess what? You get me 365 days of the year, unless I'm on my speaking tour, or I'm in session healing the client, or I'm here on a podcast, and you can even come here with me. You still don't gotta share me. So what am I saying is, it is an unfair bargain that too many women and men do, because men date women with kids too, and that man may not have kids, and he's also signing up for that.
Right.
And so, as much
People
as
don't
people
understand
may not
that.
want to say it, it definitely creates a wedge between those two people, because this man has already done the most deepest,
intimate
thing you can ever do with another human, which is what?
Have a kid.
See, I can marry you all day long, and you can go do that with anyone else. Once I create a child with you, that is your DNA and my DNA. Where else can you mix us to that depth or that level? Where else can you cleave and groove us into a quilt together? We can't even do that in marriage.
Damn, that's deep.
All right. I got a question.
Look at the motherfuckers that want to talk about that deep real shit. You see, he got to clear his throat and sit the fuck up. He was sitting down, relaxed. Now he got to. But nah, that's some real shit, bro. People got to start having kids some serious shit. That's some serious shit. Like she said, DNA mixing and shit. That's some serious shit, bro. So anytime you're doing some serious shit with somebody, you gotta damn stay with her. You gotta be with her. That's a right to want to stay with somebody. But in today's world, that don't make you keep, you know what I'm saying, a couple together though, man. That's sad though, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about her. She speak that truth, bro. A lot of people don't want to hear that truth. They don't want to hear that the reality. That's some real truth for your ass, boy. That's some real truth. Yeah. I don't even see how girls attract. I don't see how girls is attracted to guys with kids, vice versa. You can be, but it's gonna be a problem unless the dad ain't in life, he locked up, dead, or some shit. But and you don't even know that whole side of the family. That might be different, but if not, it'll be a problem.
Yes,
Like damn.
No, because you hit me with some stuff. I'm like, wow.
She said some things, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, so now that changes the whole dynamic of who you date.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's not looking for an older man. She's looking for somebody much younger than her. That changes the whole dynamic of
If he's my age with no kids, he's
most men is a red flag at your age with no kids.
Someone said that, right? Like,
Here go the bullshit. Here go the motherfucking bullshit. Yeah, let's get into the shit. We finna get into the shit. Okay. Yeah, we finna get into the shit right now. Let me get my motherfucking pen and paper. See? We finna get into it. We finna get into it like a motherfucker. Okay. This man said, this man said, I don't even know where to start. This man said it's a red flag for a man to be 42 years old and not have no kids, or basically be older in age and not have no kids. Me having an open mind, I can understand why you say that, because you got kids, and most people thinking in a how can I say it, in a program mindset or a documented mindset. If you go by the books, if you go by that back in the day traditional, if you thinking of traditional, you have your kids young, so you can be young, playing with them, growing up, but you gotta have the kids from the right person. So if you don't find the right person to have kids with, time will just be passing and your ass gonna get older. That come with doing the right thing. See, doing the right thing come with paying the price. The price you pay from choosing the right person to have kids with is your ass get older. And that don't mean that it shouldn't scare you just because you get older in life and you ain't found the right person with kids yet. You just gotta just keep on looking. You may find the right person, you may not find the right person. That's the price you gotta pay. You gotta that's the sacrifice you gotta make on choosing the right person. Some of us, like me, rather choose the right person and not have kids than choose the wrong person and have kids. I don't want no motherfucking kids that bad to where I choose the wrong person and choose the wrong life for me and my damn girl and the damn person. See, a lot of people don't give a fuck what type of life they create for their children or for themselves. They don't give a fuck what type of life they bring forth to their child. Don't you know that you can create a certain lifestyle for your kids? Once I was a kid and I found out that you can create the child that you want, you can think of any type of woman you want to have a child with and be with her and have a child with her. You can create what type of hair you want your child to have. Just choose the right girl. So that's some bullshit for a person to think it's a red flag for a male or a female to be older in age and not have no kids. that the greenest red flag that you can have, bro. If I see a woman with no kids and she's beautiful with no kids, that's just like a fucking virgin. So of that's like a virgin to me. You ain't got no kids, that's responsible pussy. That's what I call that. We gonna call that responsible pussy. It's to my red flag. It's to my red flag. Let me tell y'all ladies something. If you a lady and you don't have no kids and you have men, I heard another comedy dude tell that be with DCM Fly. That nigga said he said that same shit. It only be the niggas that got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different women that don't see their kids. They don't help their kids with their homework. They don't stay. Nigga, what type of fucking man is you if you got children and you don't wake up with your kids every single day and then go to sleep with them every single day, nigga? If your child a baby, nigga, do everything for the child. Some people think they can just have a child, pay for them, stay over here, child over here, let the woman raise the child. That's some bullshit. Everybody ain't on that. So the people that wait, that have kids at the right time from the right person, them the ones with the motherfucking common sense. But first of all, some of us don't even want no damn job having a child, because having a child is a job. How the fuck you gonna have a job and have a child? Like, I was raised right and was raised right, and I was raised the right way, and I was taught the right thing, right? Because my great grandma raised me. I ain't went to a babysitter. So I was fortunate enough to have grandma not have a job and be raised by her until I was able to go to school at 4 or 5 years old. But nigga, I wish my mama, aunt, or grandma could have taught my ass school, cause a teacher's a teacher, a woman's a woman. Only thing you gotta do is know the game of the song to teach a person. So what if the people that's old enough is waiting till they got all the proper skills to have a child, bro? Everybody don't want to have no child raised fucked up. Not if you can help it. Now if you can't help it, that's a different story. So I feel like, man, the people that wait to have kids, they got a motherfucking master plan. I'm the type of nigga, I want to own my damn own fucking hospital. Nigga, have certain people deliver my, man, knowing the right shit. It's so much shit having a baby, bro. That's some real shit. Like, it's some deep shit with having a child. And some people take it serious, some people don't. The main motherfucker that'll have a child from anybody, they don't take that shit serious. But I really want to hear what she got to say about that red flag shit. I guarantee you she gonna say the same thing about me. And that's just responsible. Anybody that don't got kids is responsible. Everybody, listen to this. A person just don't want to feel bad about themselves. They know damn well they fucked up. They just know they can't do nothing about it. Because everything in this world, if you fuck up, you can take it back. You can't take kids back. That's why they say that bullshit. But damn, I lost my train of thought that fast. But nah, bro, there ain't no motherfucking red flag. That mean you know what you doing. Oh yeah, this is what I was about to say. Everybody I know that got kids tell me don't have no kids. Wait, bitch, you ain't gotta tell me twice. I can look at your life, nigga. Looking at your life make my head hurt. I call you, they running, screaming, you yelling, you can't control them. Nobody ain't got their hair done. He need his pamper chain. The house, you can't never keep shit clean. Kids is cool, you know what I'm saying? I love kids. I love the fuck out of kids. But your ass better be ready for them though. And the thing about it is that everybody that got kids got a kid from the wrong person. Everybody that got a kid didn't even mean to have a child from that person. So once I learned kids come from fucking, that would change the game. You supposed to fuck the fuck. You supposed to have kids to have kids. Most motherfuckers be fucking and have a kid through fucking, even though you supposed to fuck to have a child. But if your dumb, stupid ass don't want no kids, don't fuck, or either don't have no kids. Pick one. Either pick one. If you don't want no kids, don't have sex. If your ass want to have sex and don't have no kids, do that. But motherfuckers can't do that. So y'all need to sit y'all stupid ass down. And they just mad at the motherfuckers like us who responsible that know how to fuck or just know what the hell we doing. Like, you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just get to know the person, get to know the girl, and build memories, experience. You ain't gotta get married, get in a relationship. You ain't gotta have a kid. You ain't gotta do none of that shit. Sit your ass down, get to know the person. And once you sit your ass down and get to know the person, or you can do things. You know, you need to sit down first. Once you sit down for a long time, day after day, and get to know a person, you can ask them the question that you really want to ask. And then you'll find out right then and there, oh, hell no, this ain't the right person for me. Get your ass up and leave, and don't never talk to them again. You can save yourself years and years and years just asking the right question. Are you the type of nigga to change pampers? If that motherfucker say no, why would you have a baby from a nigga that don't change pampers? Is you the type of person to get up when the baby cry? If that nigga say no, you stupid as hell to have a baby from him. So I believe in just asking the right questions, bro. Asking the right questions will save a lot of years that you ain't even meant to have with that person.
Dating a man who was 41 and he had no children. Really great guy. And my sister was like, he's a red flag because he has no children at that age. And I said, is he a red flag or is he smart? Because I'm confused, you know? Is he smart enough not to procreate with someone that is not really his match or he's in alignment with? Because if he's single now, he probably would have been single with them kids too, still trying to date. So I heard that before, and I was very curious to that because I'm like, he was a really good guy, it just didn't work out. But I was like, I don't see it necessarily as a red flag because it might be a smarter move because I know too many men that are 41, 42 with children and they don't mess with the mother of their children, or if they do and do whatever on the side, okay. But I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on that.
So, from my personal experience, right, not from like clinical speaking or a psychology expert, men with no kids of age, like y'all are saying, happen to be selfish. There's nothing they've had to cover their whole life. There's nothing outside themselves they've had to think about or consider.
So is that a red flag?
A selfish man? I
think so.
I definitely think so. Definitely think so.
Right.
However, if you get a man of age who does have kids, you would hope that he is a very active father. Him being an active father also comes with him having to be selfish in order to be present with his kids.
Yes.
So there is an aspect that may be a healthy selfishness, where it's like, I may want to eat, sleep, and shit you all day, but I gotta be a father. So there's gonna be a part of me that may look selfish because I gotta put these kids in a priority position somewhere.
For sure.
Right? And wherever they go into those spaces, baby, you can't go.
And the kids are before the woman, you would say?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. But watch this. So let's just say you and Paul are married and y'all procreate your own little thinkers. I'm a biblical girl. I'm a Jesus girl. Biblically, the hierarchy goes God, Paul, you, babies. So let me tell you why. Men have the honor of God automatically covering you.
Yeah.
Right? Women, we marry into our man's covering. So men gets God covering, we get a double layer of covering, and the kids get triple layer of covering. Why? Because they're kids, they have no insight. They need a double layer of protection. However, love that we're going here. If Paul has you and your babies, oh, he got her and her babies. Oh, he got her and her babies. I'm just curious on how in the hell was he covering all three women at the same time, and all of them kids at the same time. Let me tell you why. Because covering is spiritual, but it's also physical. How are you able to be present all the same if we're not all in one space, under the same roof, collectively together every day, every night? One of these kids ain't getting picked up from school and Papa Paul. What? No, one of these kids, he may not be able to get to the dentist appointment at the expense of another kid because he has to be there for the kid who's in his household. And the child, let's just say y'all live together, is going to be getting the equity of him.
Yes.
Because he's in the house. How do you think this makes other children feel? They may not be able to articulate it, but they do grow up feeling a little unwanted, even though Dad Paul was trying his best. And I'm not even saying, because you got men who are daddy, they are giving everything they got to fatherhood, and they got multiple kids by multiple women,
and it's still tough.
Well, you can't put the blame on the dad. Like let's just speak on that because
let's do that.
Women divorce the men.
Yeah, women file more than men.
So now, if you're saying that the kids feel a certain way, and we're gonna take the criticism of it.
Yes.
Well, look, my kids, I didn't divorce your mom.
Yeah.
So there has to be multiple conversations
100%.
as they get older, and you try to explain stuff, and it's like you can't say like, I didn't want to be around you or all that, or I have this new family or all of that. It's like you know
Oh, you can't say that? Oh, you can't tell. So hold on, we can't be honest with our kids now and say, look, baby, your mom divorced me and I have a new family, and I actually love spending time with you and my new family.
Well, yeah, you can speak
Wouldn't that be the truth?
That is the truth.
Or is that the hard truth?
But
or is that the hard truth?
You got to be careful with kids.
That's my point. But that's the hard truth. But listen, you can remember, words don't teach, experience does. I don't mean to cut you off. I got to go there for a second. We can tell our child whatever we want to tell them. The experience that we give them is what they learn. You can tell a child every day, I love you, and don't spend no time with them.
I ain't lying. I'm glad she said that shit. I'm glad she said that shit, boy. That's some main shit, boy. That's some real shit. Motherfuckers ain't ready to hear that shit. That's some fucking real shit, boy. I'm trying to tell you, that's some facts.
And let me say this: my dad has 6 kids, though. My dad has.
You can't tell me.
No. My dad has 6 children, 6 daughters.
We're tagging him, Paul.
No, but my dad has 6 daughters. I just want to say this: my dad is a present, wealthy father. He has money. He has means. He's married to my mother.
Yeah.
He was married 2 times before and has 6 children.
Before you.
Before my mom.
Wow.
2 times. He has 6 children. I'm the youngest out of 6.
Wow.
My sister and myself, who are from my mother, who he's been married to the longest, got to see my dad the most. My other sisters have gripes where they're like, damn, I love my dad. He provided for us financially because he's rich. He did this. He came and saw us when he could, and da-da-da-da. But I wasn't growing up in the household every day with my dad.
Because they wanted the true currency of life. You know what that currency is? Time.
Mm-hmm.
Time is the true currency of life.
Real talk.
It's not green, and you can't spend it. And you can't even describe time. You know why? Because it's that infinite.
Yeah.
It's that important. Paul, what were you going to say? Because I felt like you had something
He
heavy to
forgot.
say.
He might as well.
I don't know.
He might as well just shut his ass up, bro. Let me tell you something. If you doing something or living a certain way, and somebody tell you right in a non-respectful way, like a non-disrespectful way, you gotta listen, bro. It's okay to feel stupid. It's okay to be embarrassed. So, like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. They ain't talking about you, but y'all niggas who making them damn kids and breaking up and they ain't waking up to your motherfucking kids, dog, that's some bullshit. And then motherfuckers need to know that, bro. You cannot be having kids and talking about your ass ain't waking up to them fucking kids, bro. And talking about you ain't take your kids to school. Like, how you don't feel a certain type of way? You got a child. You break up with the child and the mom, and another nigga is at your child crib, bro. Man, y'all niggas tripping. You can't be doing that, bro.
Talking about,
no,
because you were going somewhere good. You were saying that we can't just blame the father. We also have to look at the mother who is filing for divorce. No, you're going somewhere good, because I wanted to talk about that piece because you're on point. And you were saying that when you have...
No, that's some bullshit. 9 times out of 10, it's the man's fault. Because we talking about pregnancy, it's the man's fault. Because the man is fucking the woman. The man, we as the man got the juice inside of us. We have a choice to shoot that juice inside of her or not. Y'all gotta be realistic with this shit, man. I hate to say it, I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on the man's side, but I'm on right side. It's right over wrong, bro. Niggas is wrong for skeeting in that bitch, knowing damn well he ain't finna take care of her and that baby for the rest of their life. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how good pussy is. I done had the best pussy in the world. Pussy be so good, dog. But when you fucking a girl raw and you fucking and that pussy good, even if you ask her where you want me to nut at, that bitch can tell me in the sexiest voice, nut inside her pop. And them Spanish girls are damn pull you to. They'll say that shit in your ear. They'll say that shit in your face. She might tell you to nut at her. Guess what I'm finna do? Pull that shit out and nut on her ass. I ain't finna nut in you. Even if I'm fucking you raw. If I'm fucking with a condom on, I'll nut in the pussy with the condom on. So you gotta pick one. Y'all niggas don't know the game, bro. If you want nut in the pussy, nut in the condom. If you wanna fuck her raw, fuck her raw. Cause those are two different feelings. Fucking her with a condom on and nutting in the pussy is one feeling. Fucking her raw and don't fuck with a condom on is another feeling. So pick your feelings. Niggas wanna have both feelings. You can't do that because that shit come with a motherfucking price that your ass ain't willing to pay. So you gotta, so it's the man fault, bro. It's the man fault. It's the man fault because you ain't had to have a baby from her. Nigga, let me tell y'all niggas from experience. You know how great it feels to fuck with a girl for a long time or however long y'all want to. Y'all had a good time. But she ain't took no loss. I probably took some loss, but fuck that, like spending money. But it ain't even no loss. But everything I do with a woman, I do with a bum. So if I take a bum out on the street to get some food, some wings, so it don't even matter about the money. But I might lost time, but I ain't even lost no time because I wanted to spend my time with you. So if you ain't lost nothing, I ain't lost nothing. I ain't gave you no kids. You ain't gave me no diseases. Like it wasn't no bad blood, and y'all just stop talking. You go your way, I go my way. I don't owe you no money. I don't gotta pay you nothing. You don't owe me shit. That shit feel good to just break up. Not even break up, but just go your separate ways and not have no baggage or you got a some people have tattoo of a motherfucking name. Y'all done broke up, but now you got a tattoo. If you got a kid, you got to spit the kid. Nah, I ain't with none of that shit. You go your way, I go my way. Boom. I just put some miles on you that nobody don't even know I put on you. So it's better like that, but you got to be responsible to live like that.
Conversation with the child, it can't always be daddy messed up, right? Daddy is the problem, right? You were going down that lane. But let me tell you why I love that you were going there, because a lot of times, because I'm sorry, no, you were going somewhere so good, because kids grow up when divorce happens and dad leaves the house, right? And what happens is little boys end up resenting their mother, because in a little boy's mind, yes they do, they end up resenting the mom. You know why? Because in the little boy's mind, if mom would have done right, daddy would have wanted to be here. The only time that a little boy does not resent the mother is if he literally sees his father abusing his mother, and he can rationalize why his mom would leave his father. If a child cannot rationalize why you would leave his mother, he has to, they're kids, they have no insight. Well, they got to blame somebody. And if they don't blame you or mom, guess what they blame?
Themselves. See?
Themselves.
See? I know
now
that.
we're really in a self-hate crisis. Now we have a little kid that grows up and they feel shame, because shame and guilt are different. Shame is I'm a bad person. Guilt is I did something wrong. So now we have a child that thinks I'm a bad person because I wasn't good enough to keep mom and dad together.
Yep, see?
I wasn't good enough for my dad and mom to say, even if I stay for her or for him, we gonna keep this family together. So there's nothing I did that was good enough to make these two people who are supposed to love me and not drop me, not fumble this family. Kids end up in suicidal ideations over divorce. I have so many kids in my session, teenager, adolescent boys who are 16, who are like, I hate my father for cheating on my mom. I looked in my dad's phone, knew his password, and seen the text messages between him and this woman. And now I'm suicidal. And I want to plan to do it in the kitchen so my dad could find me. You know why? So my dad could see the pain that I felt when he ruined our family.
You know what's crazy?
That is deep.
Yeah, I understand that. That is super deep. But like,
it's like on power.
This is the thing with kids. They're always going to hear one side of the story. when there's a divorce, right? Because they're going to be in the house every day with the mom, and they can ask questions at any time, and the mom can say whatever. The dad is not there anymore, and he can't explain his side because
You just hit it on the head. The dad ain't there. Why your dumb ass ain't there? That's your fault you left. And that's your fault as a man that you left, and that's your fault as a man that you ain't there. That mean you a Rudy Poo, nigga. You can't keep your fucking family together. You can't make a girl do what you say without being physical and threatening and make her like you don't got what it takes to keep a family together. If you a man and you ain't got what it takes to keep a family together, don't have no goddamn family, dog. You don't be talking to a girl because a girl is a family. Once you start talking to a girl long enough, it's you and her. Two people is something. When you by yourself, it's one self, it's one person. When you mix yourself with her, that automatically is two. That's a group, basically. Y'all gonna fuck around and have another person. That's three. You done fucked up. You went from taking care of one person to three people. Then y'all gonna have another. That's how that shit start, bro. So a lot of men gotta think before they do shit. That's what niggas don't do. Niggas don't think. My great grandma taught me. She said, "Boy, don't let your little head tell the big head what to do." You know what I'm saying? You better listen to your big head, bro.
it's just side of the story and the dynamic in all of this to where the dad is always going to look, like the dad always gets looked at as the bad guy. Even though the dad didn't divorce, right? Which happens 90%.
Yeah.
A lot of the times.
Well, women file more than men, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right. But the kids never know the other side of the story because the men don't tell the kids the other side.
No, you know why?
So why they don't
what
tell
you
them?
just said. Because the man ain't in the house to tell the story.
Thank you.
But let me backtrack. Hold on.
Why his
Because
ass ain't in the store in this house?
When I decide at 42 to be a mother,
This
I'm
is
off.
the year?
I'm off. Yeah,
You pregnant?
Everyone is welcome on Depop. Whatever your style, there's someone who wants to buy it. List your clothes in minutes.
He talking about is you pregnant. Man, listen to the point of the story. She trying to sneak that in without telling you. You need to listen to the point. You listen to a certain wrong shit.
I was like, did we get the exclusive?
You said
No, I took my IUD out about a month ago so that I can be ready to do it.
Congrats. I
What
love
is that, the
that.
eggs?
The IUD is like,
You took the eggs out? In the
no,
freezer?
no, the
That's not
IUD
bad?
is a birth control method that you put inside of your vagina.
I wish I had a pillow.
Oh,
I would launch you right at your head.
No, I didn't know that. I mean, I know.
The eggs is crazy, but
Well,
no.
you freeze the eggs.
Yeah, you do that.
I
But
know.
that's
I
not
didn't know
what,
if that was what it was called.
No.
I know.
The IUD is a little T that looks like this. It's smaller than this. It goes inside the woman's cervix to stop the sperm from fertilizing the egg. So it goes
You
inside.
took that out. You said
I had my doctor take it out so that I no longer have birth control contraceptive inside of me.
that's different. I never heard of
I
that.
took it out so that I can get pregnant
I
now.
never heard of that.
I never had one, but it's a thing for sure.
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is at 42, when I get pregnant,
Which is this year.
right? Manifesting with me, I love you. When I get pregnant, I at 42 am not leaving my husband.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hold on.
we ain't breaking up.
Because I'm making a commitment not just to him but to these babies.
Thank
That
you.
we will have two people in this house
Thank you.
that can tell you their narrative, their story,
Thank you.
and you can choose who you want to
Who
listen
you
to.
wanna
You can
listen
choose
to.
the story you want to hear.
Mm.
But I want to make sure that I give you everything that I can.
Right.
Which means if I have to sacrifice a little bit in that household to stay in it, if I gotta have meetings with daddy to say, listen, we may not want to be here, but we made a commitment to be here. So what we gotta do to make sure we healthy, so the family's healthy. But let me tell you why I say age is important in wisdom. In my 20s and even in my 30s, I would have been in my feelings because emotions don't cause problems, feelings do. And I would have acted out of feeling and not commitment because commitment's not a feeling. It's you doing what you said you was going to do regardless of how you feel. At 42, I can commit. That's that obedience to my promised land. At 20, in my 20s and 30s, guess what? I'd have threw the whole motherfucking towel in and said, you know what, me and them kids gonna be good because I do well. I'm a doctor. I gotta support a family and friends. Nigga, we can co-parent.
Come on.
But that's in your 20s and 30s. This is why I'm saying to a person like yourself and other people watching men and women who have already made those decisions, and they end up being bad decisions, not mistakes. The kids are not mistakes, but bad decisions in the way that you happen to, create your kids, the dynamic you put them in. At 42, I understand the power of commitment and sacrifice. At 23, I understood the power of how I feel. That's the difference, Paul. At 23, we gonna tear this house up. We ain't tripping off these kids. We gonna tear this house up, and we'll figure it out later. You know we gonna do that. Call the police, neighbors. I don't care. What you say? Shit. Come pick these kids up real quick. It's a problem. You know that. But at 42, we giving each other that look that goes.
I ain't lying.
The kids is in this. The kids is. We agree. Hold on. Once we put a little part to sleep at night. Now, what the fuck was you talking about?
Yeah.
Then we can have our little rounds, but we also.
That's some real shit, man. Y'all ain't ready for that shit. That's some real shit. People ain't thinking about that shit. That's some real shit, man. People ain't thinking about that. That's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit. That's why I like her. You know what I'm saying? And the only people that got something to say is the people that fucked up. And it's okay that you fucked up. Just get back right. Like, I really believe, dog, like, even, like, I don't give a fuck if you got a 9-year-old son and you dealing with another woman and y'all in a relationship. I'm about to say another story. You might as well just damn break up with Shawty and get back with your baby mama, bro. I don't give a fuck. I advise any nigga that got a baby mama, get back with your baby mama, bro. For them kids. Your kids will love you and respect you so damn much. Because if you ask any child in the world, do you want mama and daddy together, they gonna say yeah. Ain't no child in the world gonna want one fucking parent. Because they love both parents no matter what they do, no matter if they successful or not, no matter if they tall or short, no matter if they pretty or ugly, no matter what, they love their parents. So, it's good to have mom and dad in the same crib.
That's called commitment. And we are not gonna guarantee each other no perfect marriage. We're not gonna guarantee that we even like each other sometimes. But what we are gonna commit to and guarantee, we ain't going no fucking way. That's one thing that we're supposed to guarantee, is that I don't know how life is gonna like.
Right.
But can you promise to be in this life when this life's with you?
You laughing your stupid ass. She telling the truth, man. Real talk. That's some real shit. That's why I ain't never been with a girl. Because motherfuckers ain't on that deep real shit. You gotta be with this shit, bro. You gotta be like, man, we together no matter what. We ain't let nobody come in between us or nothing. We ain't leaving this bitch or nothing. That's how you gotta be. If you ain't willing to do that shit, see, I always knew I wasn't willing to do that shit. But if I was willing to do that shit, I'd do it. But I am willing to do it with the right person, not with the wrong person. Hell no. But I realized I could have been in a lot of fake ass relationships and get a lot of more benefits. But I'm such a man. I can get what I want from a woman without marrying her, without being in a relationship. So that's another reason why I never was in one. But I realized from doing this shit that you do in a relationship, it don't matter if y'all in that motherfucker or not. Once you start doing this shit that you do in a relationship, it gonna start to affect you because when feelings get involved. So you just as guilty.
You can laugh if you want to, because he got a problem with vulnerability. See, and you got a problem with commitment.
And the truth. Taking everything that you saying. I'm hearing.
At 20 and 30, you end up in the situation you're in because people respond from what they feel, not from what they committed to. And if people would take their time getting a sense of self, discovering who the hell they are, so they can know who the heck they gotta choose, they will end up in better situations, and so will their offsprings as well. And then we have the real wealth, which is family. And then we can go buy some damn real estate and take the vacations you talking about taking. But until then, we have to focus on the stuff that really is the nucleus, the backbone, the substance. And I'm gonna sit to that. See, he got commitment problems. He laughing and stuff. Commitment problems.
You good. You real good.
She's great.
All right, so this is how I interpreted what you just said. So at 23, 30, y'all gonna tear the room up, argue, you gonna you out of there.
Both
whatever.
of us, not just me, everybody.
Yeah, because
We do that.
so at 23 and 30, the options you have a lot more options. Now
No.
at 42, them options just slimmed up. So yeah, you ain't. Of course, you ain't going over there.
That ain't it. now you.
See, now he trying to take it to another point. It ain't even about options. Another thing, I'm gonna tell you this to the ladies. Let me write this part down too. I'm gonna say this to the ladies, yo. You gotta watch out for men like that. Them niggas hating. Because that girl, that woman is beautiful. And then today's women and today's beauty, a 20-year-old, a 40-year-old can look like a 20-year-old. Right now, her at 42, she look like she 20. All them look the same, even though she 34 and he 20 and she is 42. They look the same age. She don't look older. So don't let these niggas fool y'all, man, about that fucking age shit. That age shit don't mean that. You can be 42 and brand new. Brand new meaning no kids, never been married, single. You know what I'm saying? No male friends. You got dad in your life. You got family. You be by yourself. You be by your friends that you went to college with or that you work with. You got your own business or whatever you're doing. Don't let these men fool you to think you losing worth by you getting older. Talking about your options getting old. Your options getting slimmer. That's a lie. That's some bullshit to say your options getting slimmer. Man, that's some bullshit, bro. Man, you crazy as hell, man. Talking about your options getting slimmer. That's a lie. Don't let people tell you that your options may be getting slimmer. Don't, because a lot of people put their fears on you. Hell no. No, man, your options ain't. It really don't even matter, man. I'm telling you, it do not matter about age. I'm telling you, it do not matter about no age. You can be a woman in your 30s. Any man in his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or won't you? You could be a woman in your 40s. The men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or won't you? You could be a woman in your 50s. Man, you see how certain women look in their 50s? In their 50s. You can get a man in any age. Don't let no man tell you, because only thing you gotta do is be in shape and still be beautiful, natural hair, and still be fly. You know what I'm saying? Moving and grooving. Man, a man will want you. Don't be listen to these men be telling you that your options be limited. I be hearing a lot of men trying to convince women, them beautiful women, that your options gonna be limited. Your options ain't gonna be fucking limited. Stop. That's some bullshit. That's that because you look too beautiful. How your options limited when you look perfect and you know what you talking about? And you most girls when they talk, shut the fuck up. But if you talk and you know what you talking about and you teaching something and what you saying makes sense and what you saying is something I want to hear or need to hear, it don't even matter if I want to hear. If it's the right shit and some real shit and I need to hear it, just keep on talking because it makes sense. But if your ass just talking, just nagging, just saying negative shit, that's a different story. And if you got a sexy voice, she know what she talking about, and she got a sexy voice with it. So I think bro just hating on her, bro. Another thing, a lot of people when they have these debates or when they have these conversations, the men versus, not even versus, but the men have his point versus the woman point of view. The man, certain people like to be wrong, don't want to be wrong, and certain people want to be right. In her situation, she seemed like the type that just want to teach. She don't give a fuck about being right or being wrong. She just want to teach what she know and what she experienced and facts. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell from his point of view, he don't want to be wrong and he don't want to feel how he feeling because she talking about the shit that he probably do. Well, she ain't even getting on him. She just saying overall though. But women, don't let no man discourage you and make you think just because you get older, a man don't want you. You just gotta be out there and not even be out there. Just go regular places and dress regular. A man to talk to you. Men still don't want you, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that person may not want you, but somebody will want you. I'm telling you, especially if you put yourself access on the internet.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
No, that's not what I said.
In
But
so many
that's not what I
words,
said.
she
But
said, I ain't going nowhere.
that's not
Me
what I
too.
said. But he's making a good point. For some people who get of age,
Yeah. She
their
willing to
options
put
can
up with
become
more.
slim. Can become slim. But I can say this: it's usually the man who gets up in age, and he realizes that his options have become slim. So now he wants to marry after he's already created broken homes,
Right.
broken houses, baby mamas, had multiple kids. Hold on, and he don't got his contract no more. So the money looking a little funny. So he got to make sure that he cashes out while he can and get him the closest thing to what he considers a modern day baddie,
Right.
who is nowhere in comparison to the old school baddies he used to be able to get when he was in his prime. Now for women who are educated, women who are still beautiful, women who are still keeping themselves
That's a
up
good one.
physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, they just get better with time. And they become a demand not just only for older men, but for the younger men.
That's
And
a
so
fact.
the women who keep themselves up in that capacity actually become actually end up having more of abundance of options than they did when they were young.
Right.
And there are also the women that the men who are their age, like my age, no, they can't obtain, let alone sustain.
Right.
And so they will stay in their lane. They will stay in their lane because they understand, hold on, she was the woman I wanted when I was younger and couldn't obtain. I damn sure can't do it now that she has become cooked versus
Right.
still meat
Right.
that's marinated in the freezer.
Right.
And that's the truth of it. And if
Right.
women understood their value, right?
Right.
As long as they just upkeep their value,
Yes.
right? Which is internal and external, then they would stop opting out early on.
Right.
They would realize, no, my options start to build and expand as
Yeah.
I build and expand.
I
Right.
agree.
And I think men as well. I feel like if men understood their value, then they would not be raw dogging. They would not be sharing their semen with just any women.
Right.
If they understood their value.
Come on.
Those are things that they would double think. And
That's true. I damn sure think that, nigga. That's what I'm telling you, bro. You can't be hitting everything raw. You can't be skeeting everything. Niggas don't give a fuck. And girls don't give a fuck too. They'll let your ass too. But man, you gotta be careful who you give this shit to, bro. I've been careful, nigga. That's why I ain't never gave it to nobody, nigga. I ain't never bet no bad. Hell no, I probably met her, but nah, Shawty ain't ready. Bitch, you gonna take my shit and run with it. I won't even let a bitch claim she fuck with me. Nah, I don't even know you, Shawty. Nah, we ain't made shit. Nah, I ain't never made nothing official. You ain't ready for, man, I'm telling you. You gotta preserve yourself. Motherfucker be giving themselves too much to people.
Yeah.
so, and another thing, I said, I was talking to a friend earlier and I said, you know, the young guy that I was dating for 5 years off and on. I said he had no kids. He was young, very successful, you know, in his field. I said, and what I loved most about him was he showed his responsibility because in our intimate settings, I never, ever one time had to say, can you put a rubber on? Can you put on a contraceptive? I never had to say that. Because in his mind, he didn't want to procreate before marriage. He didn't want to be raw doggy. He didn't want to, even though we might have had 4 or 5 years together, and he was in love with me. He was being responsible. And that was a strong act of self-love. Because what he was saying is that, wait, it's not just you know your value, Shy, and you want me to cover up, not just because babies, but obviously STDs, but I know my value as a man. So you ain't got to ask me to cover up, because I'm not going to nothing wrong. That is a man who loves himself. There's no man who loves himself and will allow himself to be at the highest risk of STDs when we have HIV and other diseases that are not curable, that are at an all-time high and always have been. That is a self-love deficit. And we have that a lot in our community. That is a problem. And I'm not going to call bad decisions when it comes to things that dissipate and marginalize our community even more than it already is. Those are real conversations we need to have. Men need to know that their penis is just as valuable as a woman's private area. And they need to act as such. They need to act as such.
I agree with you. That's deep. I have a question. So when you are talking about
That motherfucker said, bruh said, yeah, she'll shut your ass up, nigga. She know what she talking about. Yeah, that's what's up.
like, so for instance, my parents been married for 50 years.
Wow.
My sister's been married for 30 years. So I come from a background.
But you have no kids.
I have no children. I have 5 sisters. I'm the youngest, and all my sisters are married. They all have children. So I come from a family of marriage.
Yeah.
And my older sister always told me, she's like, you know, her and her husband is successful. Multi-millionaires, successful, both
Nice.
very attractive. Same with my parents.
Nice.
And, you know, my sister would always say, the difference between myself and my husband and everyone else is that we choose each other every day. That's the people ask me, how did you get this man to commit to you? How did I get you to commit to me? It's because we made a conscious decision. And they got married at 23, so it wasn't out of any desperation to make a conscious decision. They were blessed. But I asked that because I feel like people have some confusion where it's like, where is the line drawn though? Because I can say I'm going to choose you every day, right? And you can choose me, but you could be cheating on me. You can have this going on. You can do this. So when I make that commitment, even in older age or whatever the case may be, how can people decipher like, this is commitment, but this is where I should walk away?
I think anytime there's abuse,
Okay.
right, or the relationship is causing an impairment to where you can no longer function,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And the normalcy of the house is starting to be to the point where, you know, it's so dysfunctional. You have a broken family, and people are just not able to come to a reasonable meeting point for the collective. Then it is time to walk away.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I don't think it's time to walk away because we have a disagreement.
Right.
Because I don't like you right now. Or because you're doing shit that I just thought you would never do, and now we're here.
Yeah.
I think those are all just like, you know, spaces for y'all to do what the Bible says. It says, love your partner by knowledge of them. I just got to learn the newness of you. And I think that people need to stop coming into relationships expecting people not to change. Paul made a good point earlier. He said, I fell in love with that woman. And the child coming, things change so much. It's like, what do I do now? Well, you got to learn to fall in love with the new woman who's a mama now, who's trying to balance these 2 different roles. And you got to be able to communicate with her. And she has to be able to hold a safe space for that man to communicate how he really feels without personalizing it. So they can have a real conversation around what is the reshaping of this relationship that's needed. Because I try to get people to see, because I love marriage. I am like so pro marriage and so pro love that when my clients come to my session talking about divorce, I say, listen, I got a question. Do we really want a divorce, or does this marriage just need to be reshaped? Can we just reprogram it? Can we reshape? Because everything doesn't need to be divorced and broken and split.
That's a fact.
You know, like you know, you talk to married couples, you talk to people in relationships, and you hear the dysfunction in all of it. Why do you want to get married and have kids?
I ain't lying.
Paul, I love you for that. I know you're serious because that's a
I ain't
good
lying.
question. No,
I
because
ain't lying. I figured she'd be like me, want to stay single for the rest. She's like, all that shit in the marriage, it ain't attractive to me. Fuck that shit. And kids. I love kids, but man, shit. Hell no. Damn. It's surprising that she try to have a baby, trying to get married out of shit.
you know,
Because this is you connected to him all day.
Right.
And like, why?
That's
That's
a
a
real
real
question.
question.
That's
And
why I
it's a
told you
great question.
earlier. I'm confused about myself.
because I see people come in my office, and because I'm not a tell me more doctor, I'm not a thank you for your money.
Icon tools complete every repair without giving an inch.
That's some shit.
On that note, we work in my sessions. We work. And because I see them come in my office so hopeless, so despaired, so broken, so hurt, so confused, so resentful toward each other, right? And then I see them go from
And
that.
this is what you want.
I see them go from that with the right tools, with the right guidance, with the right support, learn how to love themselves how to get out of their own way, how to become healthier within themselves, how to identify the little boy and the little girl in them who was actually in that marriage and not the adult in them, and realize, I thought I just loved you. I actually like you. Now that I know you past your trauma, now that I know you past the little girl in you who's abandoned and broken, that I was in a relationship with. For the first time in 10 years, 15 years, I'm meeting the man in you. See, the little boy in you couldn't cover me, but the man in you can learn how. The little boy in you kept calling on me to be your mama, to atone